Check it out, guys. Turbo is not in. Big difference, huh, from the last video. Off, off, changed. What's up, guys? Welcome back, man. As you guys saw in the intro, my turbo is completely off it. I had it on there virtually mocked up, actually more than mocked up, finalizing there. Well, the headers are still there. It's a beautiful thing about these forward facing headers. I don't got to take those off anymore. But I was in there halfway in there, and I was fitting my intercooler that I got over there that I'll show in a second. And I'm going through it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm taking it apart, and I'm changing the oil gears in here. And I did. I ordered up some boundary oil gears and crank gear, which is right there. Boom. And actually, no, not boundary. I'm sorry. MMR crank gear and oil gears. So I ordered that up, and yeah, man, changed the stock ones. Stock ones right here. Just quickly rate the process. It's work. It's definitely work. Got to take off the bio covers, the timing cover. You got to make sure you time it, and when you're putting it back and changing the oil gears. These two, the ones right here, were proved to be not difficult, but you had to really take your time taking off these two going off from the oil feed there, oil pickup. Just because if you drop them, they're going right into the pan. So, you know, you got to do that. Use rags and a magnet for that. And but overall, man, it's here. I mean, it added a couple more days. I still had to wait anyways for my intercooler piping. So I was like, you know what, let me do it. And now I'm going to feel comfortable. I'm not going to, you know, I'm going to be able to go on bigger boosts than what I expected. I'm getting a fuel system. I'm getting injectors. I'm going to feed it what it needs. And let's see what we could do out of this little, you know, stock motor, basically. Still, besides the oil gears, stock cams, as you guys can see, intake manifold, throttle bodies, all gonna be stock besides that turbo. And let's see what I can do with that. So right now, to see where I'm at, I already took it apart, already took out the oil gears, put the oil gears, put them in there, put the tube back in, timed it, just finished up timing that. Right now I'm cleaning up, tightening all the tensioners and all that. Right now I'm cleaning up the ends here where I'm gonna have to put some RTV on it. Cleaned up the timing cover there, cleaned up this. So right now I'm gonna fit the timing cover on here, see how that fits, start bolting that up right there. Oil pickup tube, I completely forgot about it, freaking broke it. Luckily it didn't go into the actual pan, it got stuck there, so I ordered a new one up right there. It's the old one's right there, but order that up, so it should come. The good thing about that is that I can put everything on, and I can just slip that dipstick in there. So got that. I mean, it completely looks taken apart, but it's not too far along the way. I had to kind of maneuver the trans oil lines anyways. I got to mess around with that. Once I put everything back, I got to run the trans lines on top of my merging pipe. That's the only space that I have there. Headers are still in there. Like I said, those are not being touched. Once I get all this stuff, I happen to do all that today, I'm going to mount the turbo back on, which shouldn't take too long. And see they'll fit the wastegate, see how that is. That's the next step, because I got my intercooler. I wanted to see if the wastegates were gonna hit my fan, which more than likely they are. I don't know yet, gotta check it out, but more than likely I'm gonna have to get a thinner fan, run my 44 millimeter wastegate. Once, if I have to do that, then before I even get the fan, I'm gonna get it anyways. I gotta run my inner tubing, so I gotta wait on that to come in, fit everything in, and get back on track here. But let me get started with this stuff, because I don't got too much daylight. Let me get this timing cover on, let me start meshing everything back together, and we'll go from there, man. But other than that, stay tuned. All right, guys, it's the next day, but check it out. Big old difference already. Oil gears in there, everything's tightened up, everything's torqued down. I still got to finish up torquing down this crank, but I made sure to write it down just to not forget before I even put the merging pipe here. So I'm gonna do that now. But I was just checking the fitment. Turbo sitting in nice. Look at this wastegate right here, guys. This wastegate is looking good. So far, nothing in the way. This thing is gonna go just like this. It's gonna be perfect. I may have to angle it just a little bit to get the clearance so it's not hitting the body here, but I can easily, the beautiful thing about this V-band stuff is that it can, look at that, it can be moved and adjusted as needed. So that's good. Little things that I have to keep doing, like things like these clamps right here are nice, but they're, you know, they're not these right here. These are legit from CG Fab. Great V-bands right here. I'm gonna end up swapping those out for these, but like I said, not a big deal. Something that I still do have to do moving forward, obviously the car is back together. Everything is cinched down. I do have to situate my water housing here. The water housing fits is the where the thermostat goes, and the little tube coming out, it comes to about here, and originally this bottom radiator hose went right through here in. So I'm gonna have to situate that, and I have some ideas of how I'm gonna situate that, but I'm not quite there just yet. I got to put the whole merging pipe back on here. These transmission lines have to go over, so they're gonna go over and through here, so it can give me enough clearance not only for the merging pipe but for my wastegate that's gonna sit here. So that's another wastegate here, radiator, transcooler there. More than likely I'm gonna need a thinner fan. It's looking like I'm going to need to. Won't know until I actually fit everything together, but I'm already planning on that. And but other than that, that's about it, guys. That's kind of an update going on right now. Switching these over to the stainless lines here, stainless zip lines. That way it looks cleaner and you know, could resist the heat and all that. But other than that, man, that's just a quick update. I gotta get running to work, but I'll be back at this soon. If you haven't subscribe, man. This Mustang is gonna be out on the streets very soon, and let's see what it does. So other than that, thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time.